Did you think you would make it this far when you first joined?
No. When I made captain, it was like, woo, you know. And then when I made major, you know, field grade officer, that was like, I mean, wow. I mean, I couldn't even imagine making lieutenant colonel. And then I made lieutenant colonel, you know, and so no, I just didn't think in those terms. For me, it was always about the job that I had. I just always, you know, I've always wanted to do a good job in anything I ever did. So when I would get these jobs, you know, I'd get these opportunities in these jobs, I'd be like, I mean, I just put myself into it, went after it, and then good things would happen. And I'm Cynthia K. Tinkham, and I'm the first female general officer in the Oklahoma Army National Guard. I always had been interested in the military, even when I was younger. Always kind of liked that idea of public service, and then the Army, you know, the adventure and the challenge, the physical challenge, the mental challenge, and all that. I'd say #1 hobby is reading, but I don't really consider that a hobby because that's like a life-sustaining necessity to me. So I love the outdoors, be it hiking, just, you know, walking the dogs, gardening, landscaping, swimming, pool parties, cookouts, whatever it is. I love the outdoors. The other thing is just spending time with my family. I'm very fortunate. I have a very big family, extended family of brothers, sisters, and nieces and nephews, and all kinds of little ones running around. So for me, that's what I do, is I like my downtime with family and being here at home.
Do they see you as, holy crap?
Oh no. Well, if they do, they hide it well. No, I'm just not, I don't like to portray myself as anything other than me, especially with my family and friends. I get embarrassed when people want to talk about that stuff. Oh, you know, I'm just not that way, and I'm pretty well introverted, so I don't really like to sit around and talk about myself anyway. But being in the military, it does define you, because, you know, that is your identity. You wear the uniform every day, and people recognize that, and you know, when they thank you for your service, or they just, you know, want to know about what you do. And so that's important, and I embrace that. But when I'm just with my family and friends, I don't even like to talk about, you know, that stuff.
You're the first female general officer in the Oklahoma Army National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean to you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, anyone that makes GO, it's huge, and I'm, you know, thankful and just, you know, blessed for that. But being the first female, it's, you know, it's been a little daunting, maybe a little pressure, just because, again, I don't seek the limelight. You know, I don't like to just crave all the attention that this is bringing to me. So that's been a little bit of pressure, you know, on top of just being a GO. But I do recognize the significance of it and how important it is for our organization, and also for all the females that may follow me in the future. And also just all the females that I've heard from in the last several weeks when this, you know, became known that this was indeed happening. Female soldiers and airmen just across our formations that have reached out, they are so excited. And so that's when it really started coming home to me, that I've got to really stop and embrace this and recognize how important it is to them. They're inspiring me, and so I just want to be a good role model to them. And now, you know, they know, I mean, they feel hopeful. It's like just something has happened that they just feel like, you know, wow, we can do this.
Looking back at your career, is there anything that you would do different?
No, how could I say that? I mean, I wouldn't say that even if, you know, I wasn't sitting here just promoted to brigadier general. I mean, I don't do regrets anyway. I don't look at it like that, like, oh, I wish I'd done this. Because I've had a great career, a great life, and, you know, I just wouldn't change anything, because I wouldn't want to change that. But, I mean, the only thing I will say, though, if I was joining today, you know, versus 1989, you know, I might have maybe done something differently, just because I would have had the opportunity that I didn't have back then, like be a Black Hawk pilot, or, you know, F-16 pilot or something like that, combat medic. You know, those things that I didn't even think about doing because I couldn't.
What advice would you give to female service members across the board, not just Guard, but across the board, to everyone who's going to see and watch this story?
Okay. I would tell them, don't be afraid, don't be hesitant, and don't apologize for wanting to pursue opportunities that maybe some people think aren't traditional for women to pursue in the military. Be a trailblazer, because you have a lot more support out there than you probably realize. There are a lot of great female role models now for you to emulate and learn from. The other thing I always tell people, whether you serve 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20, always serve with honor, you know, do your best. It's a noble profession and always will be. Be a part of that. And then be proud, always be proud of that you did serve, no matter how long it was, no matter what you did, whether you deployed or not. Be proud, because you did step up and you made a sacrifice, and so did your family. I'm just so thankful I joined the Guard. It's the best decision I made, and I have no regrets, but there's been so many people that have influenced me along the way, who have, you know, just mentored me or given me opportunities, and I'm just appreciative of that, and I'm looking forward to maybe doing the same for someone else.